Welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour. Back from the break. Blake Bowser in here for the Auto Club Famoso Raceway segment. Just checking the weather, he says.
Just seeing if the heat's going to hold off.
Well, we know you're not checking Facebook or Twitter.
I don't do that.
No, so we know.
I don't even know how to, so I'm not doing that for sure.
You're a very smart man.
It's never going to catch on. You know that, right?
No, it's a fad.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing to it.
No.
No. So, checking the weather. It's going to be, it's going to warm
toasty.
up. It's a little toasty again. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
That's because Andrew's got a race.
Andrew's coming to town.
First, we're going to talk about is you had a race out there last night under the lights.
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday
it was
night.
Beautiful out there last Saturday.
Wasn't it a gorgeous night?
It was awesome.
It was
we had a great time.
Another street tuner race.
Yep.
I guess you have one more left or two more.
We have one more in September.
One more in September. And if you look at this shot, there's a variety of cars in here.
Diversity, isn't there?
Yeah, diversity,
Mustang,
university.
Volkswagen. Yeah,
you got the old vintage Volkswagen.
everything.
And this is just a
Camaro,
handful of the cars.
It's just another Volkswagen back there. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
front motor Honda there. Yeah, or a front wheel drive Honda. So, yeah.
You said you had about 165.
165 cars. Yeah,
Did you notice any big crowd and any potential exchange?
You know, the wager thing really didn't. It wasn't. I think they were doing it, but they didn't make a big deal of it. So I didn't see a big walk out there. You know, when the race was on, and we didn't have to do anything special as far as staggered start, nothing like that.
Nothing like there may have been a few Bitcoins exchanging hands.
There might be.
But that's the thing. Just come out there, have a good time, do what you want, race your buddy, race your enemy.
Exactly.
Or race yourself.
Race yourself. Yeah. Figure out how to go down the drag strip and ask any questions you want to. We're starting to get a lot of folks coming up and asking, about how they can dial in their car. What does this mean when I've run this many times? So it's kind of cool. They're figuring out how to bracket race.
How to bracket race.
Exactly.
And bracket racing to a novice is confusing.
Very confusing.
You've got these, what are these numbers?
I don't even understand
what
it
do
still.
They mean?
These guys come up after a summit race and they're talking about how they go down the track and did this and did that and this. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I follow it, but I'm not in the car, so I can't quite comprehend it. But it's a whole new world. I mean, bracket racing is a whole new world. It's just, it's amazing concept and very challenging.
Oh yes, yes it is. I mean, that's the what they call the sportsman. That's the Saturday night, after the weekend racers, the weekend wars. That's
and when you're good at that and you can make some money, you're good.
Oh yeah, because you're knowing because your car changes and you're always adjusting dial-ins. It's a interesting thing, and you had great weather last Saturday night.
Yeah, we did.
And the American Nostalgia Racing Association, which lost its last event. The
Due
Spring
to,
Nationals
due
to
112 plus
11, I think on that one day. And the Butch and you decided, no, let's pull the plug on this, and it turned out to be the right thing. Well, it's warming up for Butchie again.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, I just saw 102 Saturday, 105, which is not better than 111, 112, and the humidity and the heat index and all that stuff was just awful. It was just terrible. So, but the nice thing is Butch does 2 time trials, so we'll start at 9 o'clock. We should be done at 3, 4 o'clock. So that gets us out of the heat.
Right.
I mean, the hottest time of day is 4, 5, 6, all that. So we're done. And then we'll start down the track at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So we should be done again by 3 or 4. So we'll get away from it.
And if you lose in the first round, you're out of there before it's even hot.
You can leave at 9 o'clock in the morning. You
probably don't.
The first group down the track is juniors. 8:30 they could be done. So
they could be done. They're probably not real happy about that. Well, except most of the juniors have parents who race, so they got to wait.
They got to stick around anyway.
Stick around. But
if you go all day, and if you make it to the finals, you're only there till probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, so. We have just a bunch of photos from. I think Anna races. I think these are all basically from the April 25th race.
That was the one and only race we had so far with Andra. Exactly.
And you can just go through those slow, Chris, while we talk. There's a lot of different
it shows
cars.
The diversity, nostalgia one car versus a D gas or a hot rod car.
Yeah, and you've got this and it's just, and they've got hang on this is the open wheel class.
Yes.
This is for old style
you nailed it. Old style cars.
Old style, really old. These are vintage. I mean, look
they are.
Look at the wheels and tires on these, and there's a handful of these, but they're pretty fun to watch.
It's a really cool class. Yeah,
it's kind of cool to watch.
Again, there's diversity in that. There's cars that are enclosed and cars that are open chassis like that, but it's all got to be no fenders, so open wheel.
Yeah, and it's all period correct. It's all
exactly.
These are truly
We've got
vintage
some
race cars.
I'm not sure if that is the old ham dragsters that come out. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really neat. So, in fact, I think even Craig runs in Hot Rod or T-Gas.
So then,
but that car could qualify for open wheel because of obviously it's open wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then Tom went down there a few times and got some parachute shots. These are A-gas cars.
A-gas.
They go through about 180 miles an hour.
So that'll be, between A-Gas and Nostalgia 1, that's the quickest and fastest cars on the property. You're right. They'll be running 760, 180. So,
Yeah,
So,
a pretty good thing for them.
Looks like he's got Rick Langson's car.
Yes,
that's
is.
Rick, and he's getting his car ready to go again. So I think he's going to be out there. I'm not sure exactly if it's this race or coming up soon, but he's getting ready.
I'll try to find a few Bakersfield. That's Megan Gorman, I think.
Megan, yeah.
Right there. I found those and threw those in, and we'll see her dad, Tom Gorman, here. And Tom posted on Facebook of Megan working in the shop, changing her axle,
getting ready.
People say,
they were out for the Red List event a couple weeks ago, testing the car.
You want, if you're gonna drive it,
learn how to fix it, right?
Fix it, know how to work on it.
Yeah, things happen at the track, and you got to make some adjustments on the fly. And
they were in the shop preparing the car, and they were because they were at the Red List group, right?
They were. Yeah. She was driving her car there, and they were just getting some things ready for it. So maybe they found a few things out and went back and they were repairing it to get ready for ANRA. So. Here we are.
You got the ANRA Summer Nationals coming up.
Yeah.
26th, Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And then you take a break.
We'll be off for Labor Day. We don't work any holidays still.
And then the 9-, that's 9 and 10.
That's okay. It's 9,
110.
The second weekend of
the Summit Racing Series
September.
races 7th and 8th, which is
that's our final for the year.
Final races is going to determine championship in
our team.
In your team and your team, because it's Super Pro, Sportsman, and motorcycle.
And high school, but we don't run a high school program. However, if somebody is of high school age and they've competed in say our Sportsman carrier, they could run high school at the ET finals.
And this sets the.
And I'm pointing that way like that's east. East
it
is.
It is.
Is Vegas that way?
Go Vegas. Oh yeah, it's that way. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm ready.
So. Vegas
in fact, we snuck down on Monday and played some golf with our division director, Mike Rice. And
where was that?
We went down south and played in where were we at? Just on the 57 out there, the 71, right there. I get lost. I'm down there. But anyway, and I just told Mike, I said, I'm really excited for the ET finals this year. I'm ready to go. So
and those are in October?
It's the first weekend of October, yes. Yeah, so about a month after we finish up our last race there, we'll get our team gathered up and see who can. A lot of guys run other racetracks,
right?
Fontana and Sacramento. So we figure out where you're doing, where you finish higher at. The higher you finish, the better chance you have of being on Racing Champions or Summit Showdown.
Is that because the higher you finish for your particular team, say the Fontana team, the Famoso team, the higher you finish, the higher you're seated?
I don't know how they build their teams. We try and do that. Our team one is kind of our higher finishers, so you got a little bit better chance when it goes into the event to win the team championship. But we've seen that, be obliterated. Your best team has a bad first round, and now you're out of it at that point. So
you're happy, excited about going to Las Vegas because A, it's in Las Vegas, and B, you're not hosting it, so
I'm not hosting it. Go have fun, but we all go there and help out. All the tracks pitch in. Yeah, we all go there and help, just like we go to Boise and help them out. We just jump in, do something, collect money for jackpot, whatever we got to do to help out the track. So we understand the more we can help, the better the bottom line's going to be for the track. So
and that would be probably the one weekend in October that you're not running.
That is, because the next two, we're running the next two. We'll do ANRA finals, then we'll do the reunion. After that, we come back and do those two. Take off one weekend for the Halloween weekend, which is the Las Vegas National, and then we'll come back and do our manufacturers shootout. And then we're going to make up the ANRA race after the Pomona Auto Club finals in mid-November. So we're stretching out the season a little bit there.
A little bit, and hoping for good weather then. It would be much cooler for the spring nationals.
Spring nationals in November.
So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So you got that, but if you've never been out to the annual race, he'll probably have around the. He had 300 cars for his first one, which is always the biggest.
That's the biggest. We'll drop a little bit.
We'll drop a little bit for this one.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a good.
Yeah, he runs junior dragsters and junior comp, so about 50 total of them, and then usually 250 to 225, full-size cars.
Full-size cars, and a 2-day show out there.
Yeah, easy deal. Park on Friday night. Do 2 time trials on Saturday, and so Friday night's just a social gathering out there. Saturday night a social gathering, then Sunday's first round of racing. And as you get put out, people tend to pull out and go home. And but it's just a great comfortable, easy weekend.
You got a lot of racing left to do this year.
Yes, we do.
How much focus have you put into next year?
We've actually just about written our full schedule. And I just had a call yesterday to Jennifer Trimp at Sacramento, and we're kind of working out some dates back and forth on that and finding out what their future holds. They kind of have a little thing up in the air there.
Because I was going to, we'll just stop.
She told me they've got 3 years still.
Because there was an article much earlier this year that Sacramento Raceway was on the chopping block.
The property is for sale. She confirmed that. It is for sale, but they have it written in with the city. If they sell it, they're going to be guaranteed 3 years from the time it sells.
So the city is looking to sell the property. But it's not.
It's their property. They own it. They own the property.
The city owns
it.
They're
working with the city and doing that. I wasn't quite sure how that worked out, but they're guaranteed 18, 19, and 20, which is going to be their 60th year of operation. They want to hold on until 60 years, so they're guaranteed through 2020. So 3 more years for Sacramento.
There you go. So you can work with them. So you're trying to work with them a little more
on some dates. Yeah, just we do some funny car shows. They do some. We do pretty much. We're the only tracks that host the Group 1 and Group 2 for Heritage, except for Phoenix.
So you want to make sure you're not too close together, and dates that are beneficial for both sides.
You bet. Yeah,
so part of that
we're going to meet up in October and kind of finalize all that at the ET finals. Fontana will be there, Irwindale will be there. Now they're going to be done after next year, Irwindale. So
after this
things
year.
are changing.
They're done on.
Is it this year or next year? I wasn't
January 8.
Okay,
January
of
18.
Okay, so when it goes to 18,
supposedly
so that's going to change things.
But that changes things because Irwindale is just it's quarter-mile drags if you don't know.
Irwindale's 8th mile.
Eighth mile drags and a lot of drifting.
Yeah.
The 8th mile drag doesn't really transcend over to coming up, does it?
No, but they do really well with their testing too. I think it's on Wednesday nights. I believe they run their Wednesdays or Thursdays. I forget which, but they do really well with that. So it's satisfying that street crowd getting off this street on the strip down there. So we need to figure out a way to fill that void.
And that's a big loss.
That will be.
That's a big loss.
I don't like seeing tracks close. I'm not here to say that's good. That's not a good thing for anybody.
Oh no, a closing track means a lost interest in. Probably.
And those followers, and it just that equates to less people coming to our track, so we don't want that at all. Yeah. So
no chance for Formosa closing in the next year or two.
I don't see anything happening development-wise. I mean, there's no threat out there for development, so I mean, we'll see. I'll probably retire before it closes.
Probably so. Okay, as long as it's not before. And real quick, I've been failing to mention this. Not going to be a power hour for at least a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Mikey's getting cut on.
Oh, that's right. You're getting
a 2-for-1 job coming up here.
Boxing days. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. So at least 2 weeks, not going to be a power hour, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'll let you know. And we'll have a lot to talk about then. Thanks for coming in.
Be great. Thank you.
We'll be back in a minute with the Kern County Raceway Park segment.